Hey friend, Graham here from recordingrevolution.com. Today, we're going to talk about your money. That's right. We're going to talk about how to budget your income for your music career. We want to treat ourselves like professionals, even if this is just a hobby. We want to respect ourselves, and you should always treat your money that you manage with respect, and you should have a plan for your money. It's amazing how many people I talk to have no plan for their money. They just try to pay their bills and they try to make as much as they can so they can buy more stuff. But those are just general thoughts. That's not really a plan. So in this video, I'm going to break down a hypothetical example of someone making money and how he or she could split up their monthly income to be able to live, but also intentionally put money towards things for advancing their music career, whether it's something you want to do long-term professionally or just to advance your skill in the craft of music making. And before we jump in, because I know I'm going to get some opposition on, well, Graham, I don't make enough money. And that may or may not be true. Just a little tidbit. Most people think that more money is the solution when usually it's how you manage the money you have that's most important. But for some of you, more money might be what you actually need. I actually have an entire second channel where I teach this stuff. I teach how to manage your money and how to earn money online through an online business. In essence, I show you how to do what I've done with this channel, with the Recording Revolution, and turn it into a business. And so if you're interested in how to create passive income, how to create another income stream on the side that might help you fund your music career, check out my other channel. And specifically, I'll give you a free training that I think will help you out. I have an entire workshop on how to create your first $1,000 a month of passive income in just 30 minutes a day. Just go to grahamcochran.com/workshop. I'm going to put the link below. I'm going to put it on the screen here, but grahamcochran.com/workshop. I got a free training there for you. It's about 45 minutes, so you want to set aside some time. But if you're serious about, hey, Graham, I need to make some extra money, maybe put it towards my music career, or maybe you just need to pay off debt or you need to pay your bills, an online business is the best thing you could start today in 2020 and beyond. So check out that free training at grahamcochran.com/workshop. Now let's jump into some math. Okay, everybody makes different amounts of money. The amounts don't matter. What matters is planning and percentages. Planning and percentages. So first, let's make a plan for a hypothetical person who brings home $2,000 US per month after taxes. So your net paycheck is $2,000. I don't care what you actually make at your employer or your business. What matters is, what do you make after taxes? What do you actually have in your hands to make decisions with? That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's assume this hypothetical person has a $2,000 pie to begin with. Well, you're probably going to take about 40% of that to go towards your rent or mortgage, your sort of basic housing expenses. A lot of times people are spending upwards of 50% of their take-home pay on housing. That's really, really dangerous. On the best case scenario, you're spending 25% of your take-home pay on housing, but housing has gotten expensive, at least in the US, in this inflated market. We're kind of at peak prices for both owning and renting. So 40% should be a max that you spend on your housing. So in this hypothetical example, that would be $800, right? I don't know if that means your rent is only $800 for an apartment, or you share an apartment with somebody else and you got roommates, whatever it is, your portion, $800 in this hypothetical example of making $2,000 take home. Next, you want to think, and I would advise you to think about long-term planning, long-term investing. I know you might be young, so maybe retirement seems far off, but the magic of compounding interest, meaning putting small amounts of money and investing it now, today, equals massive wealth without having to make a lot of money down the road. The people that wait until their 40s or 50s have to save a lot more money to build wealth than people who start in their teens or 20s or early 30s. So I would say put 20% of what you're making away for long-term investments. That can include retirement, that can include dreams that you have long-term, whether it's starting a business or whether it's a big trip you want to take or whatever it is. Try to put 20% of everything you make net away into long-term savings and investments. So in this case, this would be $400 for this hypothetical person. So if you're doing the math, that just leaves $800 to pay all your other bills. We're talking about food and utilities and clothing and transportation, and it's tough. It's tough, but here's the thing. If you don't have a plan to save or invest towards your music career, guess what's going to happen with that extra $800 or the remaining $800? It's going to all go to bills, including Netflix and Disney Plus if you like The Mandalorian, and your phone bill and whatever. It's all going to go away. You will never have money to spend on yourself and your career and your music if you don't set aside a small percentage. So in this hypothetical example, I would say set aside 2.5% minimum of your income, which in this example of making $2,000 a month net would be $50 a month. $50 a month. Set it aside in an automatic savings account. It pulls out of your paycheck or pulls out of your checking account every month, just $50. That gives you $600 a year to invest in your music career. What would you invest in? Could be simple things like gear. Maybe you need a new microphone, right? We did a microphone shootout. Maybe you need an audio interface. Maybe you want to upgrade some plugins. Maybe you want to invest in yourself and buy a course from someone like me or someone else, and you want to get education. Maybe you want to hire somebody to collaborate with you on your next EP, and they cost a few $100 for a session. Whatever it is, this is money that you are allocating, you are planning through a percentage of your income to set aside to be used either now or at a future date to invest in your music career. Because here's the thing, what most people do is they say, Graham, this math is too hard. You don't understand, I don't make enough money, things are so tight, but you still buy the crap anyway. How do you do it? You swipe your credit card. That's not a good plan. That's how you get into credit card debt. Oh, I'll have money later to pay it off. No, you won't. You won't have more money later. And guess what? You're being charged ridiculous interest rates. So that balance is building and building and building, making it almost impossible to pay off. And you're just spending your future income now because you failed to plan. Now, again, your numbers are going to be different. I don't know how much you make. I don't know how much your bills are. Some of those bills are not in your control. A lot of them are. You are a big boy, big girl, and you need to treat yourself like that. And you need to invest in yourself. So not only do you need to live and survive, but you need to choose to set aside some money. If you can put $50 a month away, that's great. But what if you could get that up to 5% of your income? In this hypothetical example, that'd be $100 a month or $1,200 a year to invest into your music career. Now, what should you be spending that money on for your music career? Well, we'll cover that in more depth in a follow-up video. But for now, I just want you to commit to the concept of setting aside a percentage of your income every month into a music fund that you can use now or in a year or in 2 years, whatever. Let it accumulate and invest in your music career. I don't want you going into debt for this. I want you to be systematic and have a plan. Now, again, like I said at the beginning of this video, I have an entire other channel where I'm teaching online business, all the kind of stuff that I do to run this business to expand my income. I'm teaching people how to do that over at grahamcochran.com. And if you need to make more money, if you're the example of a person that's like, look, Graham, my bills, just not even having fun, just the bills, and I've cut back all I can. What can I do? Maybe cutting back isn't the only part of the equation. Maybe earning more is another half of the equation. And that's what I teach you how to do. I have an entire workshop on how to create an additional $1,000 a month of passive income in just 30 minutes a day. It's free. It might really help you. I don't normally talk about that stuff here, but I wanted to let you know about it so you can dive in if you're the person that needs to make more money. Just go to grahamcochran.com/workshop. I'm putting the link here below. And then let me ask you before we go, leave a comment below and tell me, do you systematically set money aside for your music career, whether it's to buy gear or invest in education or opportunities? Yes or no? Leave a comment below. I'd love to see how you think about it. And maybe if you want to be bold, what percentage of your income overall have you been setting aside to invest in your music? As always, thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing. It means a ton. I'll see you on another video real soon.